Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the score is 70-68 at the half. The Lakers are up in San Antonio in our second game of a back-to-back in San Antonio, and the King is playing no AD. So as I predicted, there was a last-minute scratch for this game. AD did end up getting scratched for it. I think it was just as a precaution. I don't know if there's actually anything extra going on, but it's okay because we're able to weather the storm. Right now, we're looking at a situation where you just want to stop this team from scoring in the paint and getting into fast breaks. Right now, they're just killing us in the fast break. I don't know how is it that they've just decided to compete tonight, but they're competing, so we got to keep up with them. Jakob Poeltl came in and was hitting buckets left and right, but then went down with some sort of an injury of some sort. I don't know. He went up for a dunk, came down, limped off. I just think they're continuing their tank mission, to be completely honest with you. I think San Antonio is managing everything very perfectly so that they can lose this game because they got off to a really good start. Guys are hitting shots. Trey Jones is making passes for guys, getting assists left and right. Doug McDermott came in and hit 3 quick buckets with the minutes he had. So they just got out to a really quick start. Devin Vassell shooting all over the place, hit like 4 threes, I think, in the first half. But the King was able to weather the storm by hitting 4 of his own. I think it was 16 points he came out of there with. It's efficiency king. That's what I call it. 5 of 11 efficiency king. 4-7 from the 3. That's what we want. We don't want him attempting this many threes normally, but if he's going to hit 4 out of 7, that is what we need, so long as every possession is accounted for. We had a nice little highlight right there with him and Westbrook, a double alley-oop pass to a dunk type thing. It was really nice. We'll see that in the highlights. And we just got to keep an eye open. Jeremy Sohan is really leaning on Bron, man. It's one of those situations where I just say, man, you got a 19-year-old kid who's just as big as Bron, basically leaning on him. You hate that. But Popovich made sure that he had somebody down there to account for LeBron James as he's down there. So I think Sohan's doing a pretty good job. He also got hurt in this game, though. I don't know how he's doing. He had a little bit of a leg injury. So players are being picked off out of this game left and right from the San Antonio Spurs, and it is what it is, Now, as far as our team is concerned, you also got to love what you're seeing from Kendrick Nunn. He's hitting shots down there. Really, really nice. Wenyen Gabriel came in and had a spectacular end of the first quarter where he stole the ball and hit a 3-point shot at the buzzer. Got a lot of good stuff from Thomas Bryant. He's really making his impact out there, and I expected so since he didn't play in the last game. And Dennis Schroeder is having a fantastic game. He's hit a couple threes, 16 points, I believe it was, at the half. That's exactly what we're hoping to see from him, shake off the rust and take advantage of some of these guards that are out. Lonnie Walker, you didn't see as much from him in the first half, but he looked like himself. He was hitting shots, doing everything he's supposed to do. I just think that we kind of went with different people just because he went with him so much in the last game. So that's what we're seeing out there. I like what I saw from Troy Brown as well. He's continuing his shooting. Attacking from the mid-range is something that he did there that popped off the screen. And I just like what I see. Him and Russell Westbrook attacking from the mid-range, hitting some shots there. Driving at the basket as usual. Had a couple plays where we're still not getting the calls as per usual for this whole road trip. But we're continuing to fight. And this is one of those games, as I said, you got to take the temperature against a tanking team like this. You figure we play them 3 times, they probably will want to win one of them. And so this is what the game that they decided to compete in, or sort of, if guys continue to get picked out of the lineup, I guess not. But they're playing well enough to where if they keep this up, they could beat us if we do not handle business. Obviously, without Anthony Davis down there, we're looking at size issues. When we take Thomas Bryant out the game, coach is kind of going with some small ball stuff. We got away with it at the end of the second quarter, but to be honest with you, it was a lot of frustration down there with that lack of size. I just felt like LeBron James was kind of looking at coach saying, yo, can you please give me some help down here? Don't have me as the only big on the floor. And that's essentially what I've been saying for 4 years now. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are both at a disadvantage when you leave them down there with nothing but guards around them. They have to have a Wenyen Gabriel, or Juan Toscano Anderson, or a Thomas Bryant down there with them pretty much at all times. And I just felt like, coach is trying to get the guards as much playing time as possible, especially in a game like this. And it's trying to go the small ball route. And I just think that you would be best to never, ever leave LeBron James in that situation. Offensive rebounding is still a problem against the San Antonio team. They had 20 offensive boards against us yesterday. They're killing us even more so today. We're not getting better there. We have to find a way to box out, especially without AD on the floor. Rebounding is ever so essential. So for the time being, we're good on the turnovers. 5 turnovers. That's what we want. Yesterday we had 22. That was unacceptable. But we got to run them out of our paint. We have to find a way to get some rim protection. Maybe go to Thomas Bryant a little more and get these boys out of our paint. And also, of course, run them out of the fast break, man. As I said, they were killing in the fast break in the first half. It seemed like everything they were doing was running. We have got to stop that. Bron James, a lot of what was right down there was his efficiency from behind the arc. I think what went wrong down there was him a step slow, still trying to get back in rhythm. And his body language, to be honest with you, he just doesn't seem like he's into it, man. Seems like his energy's off. Seems like he's in a funk. And hopefully he can begin to shake that off. But it's just, it's one of them things where it's like when you know somebody's off and the whole team is kind of like centered around him, but they play better without him. So it's kind of awkward. It's like guys are, you saw it. As soon as he sat down, guys immediately ran 2 quick plays where the ball was popping all over the place and it connected on a possession, scored upon. So you just want to see us trust one another, sacrifice for one another, as we've been talking about all day. And ultimately, LeBron James just kind of shake off the rust and do the little things that help his team. He did some things. He was doing a lot, rebounding the ball, stealing the ball, stuff like that. You want to see getting out in the fast break and connecting on plays. But you just want to see guys trust one another. You want to see guys learn to appreciate one another a bit more and root for one another and things like that. So I think that'll come as guys continue to get wins and, kind of build their way out of this hole and find a way to shake off the chemistry issues that we may have had from last year, when it was just a bad year for everybody. It's we took so many steps backwards in terms of trusting people. So it's kind of like a lot of that still, guys don't really know how to really root for one another. Guys don't really know how to trust one another on this team. But hopefully we can start to build that as we go along. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Guys are playing okay. I think San Antonio's putting the foot on the gas and kind of caught us off guard, and that's what I was trying to hope. Kind of prepare us for is just in case, take the temperature, just in case they want to compete. They seem like they did, and so we got to keep an eye on Devin Vassell, Jones, and whoever else is healthy enough to come out of that locker room, pretty much. So that's pretty much what it is, man. I, of course, have more to say at the end of this game. It's a close game, and high octane, definitely a lot of pace to it. We're going to need the efficiency to remain from behind the arc if Bron's going to take this many. And, of course, we're going to keep our turnovers down if we want to have any success. So that's what it is, man. Keep them out of our dang paint, please. Got to get some rim protection down there. Small ball against San Antonio, believe it or not, is not working. So that's what I got to say, man. Video 44. I thank you all for watching.